first off, thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. It's an absolute pleasure. Now, you are this incredible pop country artist out of Olds, Alberta, with a new song called Small Town, which we're going to be talking about here in a few minutes. But first, tell us a bit about yourself.
Of course. Well, I'm Liz, and I grew up as you just said, I grew up on a farm near a small town called Olds, and I've been writing songs for like over a decade, and just music's a big part of my life. Animals are a big part of my life, and just yeah, that's kind of it. That's me.
Who are some of your musical influences?
Oh gosh, I love Taylor Swift. I also like growing up. I listened to a lot of Coldplay and a lot of Mumford and Sons, and lately there's just I love people like Paul McCartney and just iconic humans who do iconic things. Yeah, Sheryl Crow, she's a big one too.
For sure. And I definitely feel all those vibes throughout all your songs. And I have over the last few years, you have released Fences, Summertime, Different Shoulders. I really like you. And oh man, how have you seen your career grow over the last few years?
It's been bizarre. Like, the last 2 years were different. I did a lot of songwriting online, and had to find different ways to grow my career. But like before that, I every year I feel like I played more shows and met more cool people. And looking back on it, like every release felt like the new big deal in my life, which it was. But then, compared to now, like those were just like small potatoes. So it's really neat and really exciting and cool.
That's so fun. And this summer, we were finally able to go out and have live music in full. Tell us a bit about your summer. How has it been so far? I've seen you on a few stages.
It's been good. It's been really good. It's been busy. I think pretty much every weekend I've had shows, and like, I'm on a farm, so we were calving in May, and I'm like, I'm not going to play in May, but then people reached out, and so I had a ton of shows in May, and then June was packed, and then I had like so many during Stampede, and yeah, it's been nonstop, go go go, and I'm very grateful for it. So,
Where has been your favorite place you've played so far this summer?
oh man. Um That's really hard. I was invited by the Frontiers to join them for their residency at the Rangeland tent during the Calgary Stampede, and so I was there for like 3 nights, and that was really fun. And we were just kind of living our best lives and enjoying the sort of backstage like chill vibes of Stampede, and it was really cool.
That definitely is needed during Stampede sometimes because, as you know, it gets a bit wild. So to have that chill time backstage must have felt really good. And your summer isn't over yet. You got a lot going on, but also you just released a brand new song called Small Town that is just a classic already. It is such a fun song. I absolutely love it. So tell us a bit about what the song means to you.
Definitely. Oh gosh, I wrote it right kind of in the first few months of 2020, and I always dislike alluding to it, but it was right after like lockdown happened, and I couldn't play live, and I'm like, I'm gonna write songs. And I felt really emotional one night, kind of reminiscing about my childhood and how things were so different from, obviously that situation, and just feeling really nostalgic and thinking about my family. And so Small Town sort of came out in like an hour, and I was sitting there like crying, and I never usually cry when I write songs. And so it kind of, it's kind of like a song about nostalgia and growing up, but it's also kind of hopeful and kind of about embracing the unknown of the future. And yeah.
Well, it is such a gorgeous song. It came out on August 9th. And of course, everybody's going to want to know where can they find it and where can they find out more about you?
Yeah, you can find it on like all digital streaming platforms. It'll be there. My website is lizchristensenmusic.com. You can find links from there. You can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Liz Music, Liz Christensen Music, and yeah, I'm hopping around. I'm posting stuff and keeping in touch with everybody. So yeah.
I love that. Well, thank you so much for joining me, Liz. I really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you so much, Sarah. You are the most incredible supporter of music in this province, and we love you so much.